The Woo exercise revelation. Let me ask you something. If you could build a stronger, healthier, more functional body without wasting hours in the gym, without expensive machines, and without risking injury, would you try it? As a doctor with over 30 years of experience in human physiology and rehabilitation science, I've seen the inside of hospitals, and I've seen the inside of weight rooms. And if there's one truth I've discovered, it's this. Most people don't need more exercises. They need the right ones. And surprisingly, just 5 dumbbell exercises, yes 5, are enough to rebuild your strength, correct your posture, protect your joints, and sculpt the body you'll be proud of. These aren't too random. They're based on decades of clinical practice. They follow principles rooted in science, and they've produced real-world results, especially for men over 40, 50, even 70. And this isn't about bodybuilding. This is about living well, carrying groceries without pain, climbing stairs with confidence, lifting your child or grandchild without fear, and looking in the mirror and smiling. Let us begin. Dumbbell bench press. Build upper body strength safely. Forget the barbell ego lifts. The dumbbell bench press is smarter. It's safer. And it works when done with control and consistency. Here's why it matters. This movement engages your chest, triceps, shoulders, and most importantly, your stabilizer muscles. Unlike a barbell, dumbbells let your joints move naturally. They allow for small corrections, and they teach each side of your body to pull its own weight. I once worked with Mark to 51 years old. Former heavy bencher, 2 surgeries in. We stripped everything back. We started with 20-pound dumbbells. He focused on control, perfect alignment, no ego, just precision. 3 months later, he was pressing more total volume than ever before and feeling zero pain. That's the difference between lifting for performance and training for life. Bent over rows, restore balance and fix posture, push without pull, and your shoulders will eventually scream for help. Most men I see, they bench, they push, then push some more. But they never pull. The dumbbell bent over row is more than a back exercise. It's a postural corrector, a shoulder saver, and a spinal protector. You don't need a pull-up bar. You don't need a cable machine. You just need 2 dumbbells, a flat back, and your focus. Row with intention. Squeeze at the top. Pull with your back, not your arms. Jason, 46, came to me hunched over. Chronic neck stiffness. Poor posture from years at a desk. After 6 weeks of consistent rows, he stood taller. His neck pain disappeared. His wife even said, "He looks 10 years younger." Coincidence? Nose P. That tests biomechanics. Overhead press. Unlock shoulder stability and function. Now, let's go vertical. Overhead pressing is feared by many. And yes, it can be risky if done wrong. But when done right, it's one of the most functional movements for the human shoulder. Why? Because life happens overhead. Placing dishes in cabinets, reaching for luggage, playing with your kids. I recommend the Arnold press. It rotates the arms naturally, protects your rotator cuff, and strengthens every head of the shoulder. Robert, -58, hadn't pressed overhead in over a year. Shoulder pain held him back. We started light. 10-pound dumbbells. Clean reps. No momentum. 3 months later, he lifted a 45-pound suitcase into the airplane overhead bin, with no pain. His words? I haven't felt this strong in 20 years. That's the power of smart vertical training. Dumbbell front squat. Rebuild the core and legs. Leg day isn't optional. It's foundational. But most men either skip it, or they squat wrong. The dumbbell front squat changes that. It's female safe. It's scalable. And it works your legs and your core at the same time. Holding dumbbells in front of your shoulders forces your ABS to engage. No barbell needed. No spine compression. Just clean, functional movement. Angela, to 62, had trouble standing from a chair. 6 weeks of front squats. She now squats deeper than most 30-year-olds, with 15-pound dumbbells. Her back is stronger. Her balance improved. And her confidence? Through the roof. It's not about the weight. It's about the movement. Reverse lunge, real-life athletic power. Life happens on one leg. You walk. You run. You pivot. You balance. So train that way. The reverse lunge builds single leg strength, stability, and control. It removes excess pressure from the knees, and it teaches balance, something every man over 40 needs. It also mimics real-life movement, climbing stairs, stepping off curbs, turning quickly. I recommend reverse over front lunges. Why? Because reverse lunges force you to control your descent. They remove momentum, and they protect your knees. Raymond to 69 ex-Marine, added reverse lunges post-hip replacement. 10 weeks in, he was climbing stairs unassisted. He stunned his physical therapist. That's that powerful. Real-life proof. Stories that prove it works. Let's step out of theory and into real life. Because you might be wondering, will these exercises work for me? I am not an athlete. I'm in my 50秒. I've had surgeries. My knees hurt. My back isn't what it used to be. I hear this every day. So let me introduce you to three men. David, 50, former accountant, sedentary for years, overweight, pre-diabetic, constant back pain. He started with this exact dumbbell protocol, twice a week, then 3 times. Then he added morning walks. 1 year later, he is down 7 pounds. His blood sugar is stable. He carries groceries up the stairs with 0 pain. And he's now the one teaching his grandkids how to lunge and squat. Next up, Eric, 61, ex-football player. Shoulders destroyed from decades of heavy benching. We removed the barbell. He swapped in dumbbell bench press, rows, and Arnold presses. He focused on control, on mobility, on healing. 3 months in, he told me this, I'm lifting again without pain. But more importantly, I'm not afraid to move anymore. That's the real goal. Freedom through strength. And then there's Mike, 45. Still young, but stuck in a desk job for 15 years. Terrible posture, tight hips, no energy. He committed to the 5 exercise system. 30 minutes, 3 times a week. No more, no less. 6 months later, he hiked the Rockies with his son. He said, this program gave me my energy back. That's why we do this. The protocol, 30 minutes to change your body. Now you're ready. Let's put it all together. This is your 30-minute dumbbell-only workout. It requires just 2 dumbbells, some space, and consistency. Here's how it works. 5 exercises. Each done for 30 seconds of work, followed by 30 seconds of rest. That's 1 minute per round. You'll do 5 rounds for each exercise. Then rest 1 minute between exercises. Here's the sequence. Dumbbell bench press, 30 on, 30 off. 5 rounds. Bent over rows to 30 on, 30 off. 5 rounds. Arnold overhead. Press 30 on, 30 off. 5 rounds. Front squats, 30 on, 30 off. 5 rounds. Reverse lunges, 30 on, 30 off. 5 rounds. That's 25 total rounds. 29 minutes with rest. Do this 3 times per week. On off days, go for a walk. Do some light cardio, stretch. But if you just follow this, you'll be ahead of 90% of people your age. Start light. Even 5-pound dumbbells are fine. Focus on form, then increase over time. Progress comes from consistency, not chaos. The long-term lesson, strength for life. SMP Big Kang? Most men chase the wrong things in fitness. Bigger arms, faster sprints, heavier lifts. But the real wins? They quieter. Waking up without pain. Picking up your child or spouse effortlessly. Running upstairs without losing your breath. Feeling confident without needing to look shredded. This is what real strength looks like after 40. It's not about showing off. It's about showing up every day. And these 5 exercises? They helped hundreds of men reclaim that strength. Safely, effectively, and for life. They're not trendy, not sexy, but they work. And they'll keep working when you're 50, when you're 60, even when you're 70. Because strength is your insurance policy. The more you build now, the more freedom you'll have later. What you can do today. So here's your mission. You don't need to overthink. You don't need to wait for Monday. You don't even need a gym. All you need is 2 dumbbells, 30 minutes, and the willingness to start. Right now, go to your calendar. Pick 3 days this week. Block off 70 minutes. No excuses. Then try the workout. And when you finish, come back and leave a comment. Tell me how it felt. Tell me what you struggled with. Tell me where you improved. Because this isn't just a video. It's a system. It's a foundation. And it could be the start of your comeback. If this helped you, share it. Send it to a friend who's been struggling. Post it to your group chat. Or better yet, commit together. And don't forget to subscribe. Because we'll keep giving you more tools, more strategies, and more real advice. Backed by science. Delivered with care. Designed to last. I'll see you in the next one. Stay strong. Stay smart. And keep moving forward.